Hello everyone and welcome to the first episode of my brand new tutorial series where I'll be breaking down every single aspect of the Sims 3 Create a World tool. While there's plenty of information out there on forums, which I'll be linking down in the description of every single video that I will be doing to every single aspect, I noticed that there are not so many video form tutorials out there. So most of the stuff is text-based. Let's be real, I don't know if it's the same for you, but for me, when I see something, it's much easier to learn than just read stuff. I currently have 18 tutorials planned, so make sure to subscribe to not miss out on a video. If there's a specific topic or tool or whatever you want me to discuss because you don't understand, make sure to leave a comment down below and hopefully I will make a video about that. For today's video, I'll be showing you the basics of Create a World. So that means how to set it up, how to navigate the tool, and how to save your world. So let's start with the video. So what exactly is Create a World? Create a World, or CAW for short, is the official external tool developed by EA that gives players the power to build entirely custom worlds for The Sims 3. Unlike the in-game Edit Town mode, Create a World provides you a professional-grade toolkit. It offers almost limitless possibilities, allowing you to sculpt terrain from scratch, paint custom textures, and assign a world to your exact specifications. If you want to create a unique landscape that goes beyond the standard EA maps, this is the tool to make it possible. In order to download the Sims 3 Create a World tool, you can either click the link down in my description, which will lead you directly to the Sims 3 website, or you can just simply Google Sims 3 Create a World. When you are on the website, you will be greeted by this. When you scroll down a little bit, you will see two download buttons. In order to know which download you need, you have to know what game version you have, and you can simply check that by opening up the launcher and see the number in the bottom left corner. You will most likely have the version 1.69.47. Other numbers if your game is updated. If you have the Sims 3 not on the EA app but on Steam, you have the version 1.67. For you, the download will look a little bit different. Because I don't have a Steam version of The Sims 3, I will link a tutorial down below on how to install Create a World by James Turner. But if you have the 1.69 version, you simply need to check the box where you accept EA terms and conditions and click the right download button where it says compatible with the Sims 3 version 1.69. Once you click the download button, you will either get a pop-up window where you have to log into your EA account, but if you're already logged in, that window won't appear and it would simply just start downloading. So make sure to log in because you can't download Create a World without logging in, at least not from the official website. Once you download the installer, double click it and just follow the instructions in the installer and install it. When you're done with the installer, you can just open up the tool and there you have it. Okay, now let's take a look at the program itself. On the top right, you will find three tabs: File, View, and About. In the File tab are options like Create a New World, Open World, Export World, Save, or Quit. The second tab is View. You either need to create a new world or open up one to access this tab. But there you will see options like View wireframes, Show chunks, Enable or Disable shadows or fog, change time of day, or access camera settings. And the last tab is gonna be your help page, the version of Create a World, and credits. Underneath of all of that will be your tools. The first one on the left is your Select tool. With this tool, you can select objects you place in the world. The second one is the Move tool. With this tool, you can just move objects you placed around. To exit this or any other tools, you can just simply click the Escape key and you will be back to the Select tool. The last of the three tools is the Rotate tool. With this tool, you can rotate objects you placed. Same as the Move tool, you can simply press the Escape key to exit the rotating tool. Next to your tools, you will have the Undo and Redo buttons. And last, Snap to Grid and the Edit in Game button. With the Snap to Grid button, you can turn on a grid and change its degrees on how you need it. Objects, slots, and roads that you are gonna place are gonna snap to this grid. With the Edit in Game button, you will load into a version of The Sims that is kind of special. At first, you're gonna get into this like gameplay looking UI, you will probably not need that. To access like the actual edit mode, you will have to click the three dots in the bottom left corner and press edit town. There you can edit your town like you would normally in your normal Sims game. When you're done, you need to save your changes and quit the game for it to show up in Creator World. Next to all of those buttons are another 3 tabs: Roads and Trees, Lots, and Terrain. In Roads and Trees are going to be 4 buttons, with the first being Cluster Trees, where you can group all trees you placed on a layer together, and the button next to it is going to ungroup this cluster. Next to that are your road options. The one on the left is going to open up the road tool. Here you can place roads and sidewalks, but more to that in another video. And on the right is going to be your road grading tool. The next tab is Lots. Here you have 5 buttons. The first one is the Add Lot tool. Second one is the Clone Lot tool, and next to that we have the Flatten Lot tool, and next to that is the Confirm Lot edges, and lastly is the Add New Houseboat Lot tool. But also more to that in a different video. And the last tab we have up there is the Terrain tab. The first button is going to open up your terrain editing tool. The second one is the Change Sea Level tool. Third one is going to export height maps, and the fourth one is going to import height maps. Underneath all of your tools you're going to find 3 more tabs, with the first one being World Layers. The second one is the metadata, and underneath that is your property browser. In the world layers you can manage all of your layers and create new ones in order to keep it neat, and so you can keep like a clear view of all of your layers. The metadata is basically your catalog. You can search for objects or effects and place them in your world. If you place down an object or effect, you will see a lot of numbers in your property browser. You can see the exact numbers of your positions and rotations, and can even change them if you need to. If it is your first time in Creator World, the controls can be a little tricky at first, but just play around with the camera and you will get used to the controls. The basic controls are the following. The left mouse button is to select and manipulate stuff. The scroll wheel, or W and S, or plus and minus on the numpad are to zoom in and out. Hold the scroll wheel to look around. Click the right mouse button and drag it. WASD or arrow keys to move around. The Q and F key to move the camera up and down. The escape key to exit the current tool. And the delete key to delete the selected item. Tip for that, if you want to move around a little faster, you can use 2 controls to like do a specific thing. For example, if you want to like zoom out quicker, you can scroll the wheel and press the minus key at the same time and it will move faster. In order to save your world, you will need to go up to File and Save to save your world. If you are saving for the first time, go to File, Save As, and save it in your desired folder. It is important to save regularly because this is still a Sims 3 and you know how the game likes to act. So save regularly because you don't want to lose your progress. And that's basically it. I hope this tutorial gave you an understanding of what Creator Tool is and how to navigate the tool. Now that you have the tool up and running, we can finally start the creative process. Don't forget to check the description for the forum links and the Steam installation guide I mentioned earlier. If you have any specific questions about today's video or any other suggestions, make sure to leave them down below in the comments. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope I will see you in the next video. Bye!